Larry, you played the Bengals a lot in your career. What was your experience like going up against the Bengals?
I think it was always a good game, always hard fought, a lot of energy, battle for Ohio. So it was always a fun game, a lot of energy, a lot of trash talking, but it was always a fun game.
During the process of signing with the team, what did the coaching staff tell you about your role? And did it come as a surprise to you that they released Geno Atkins?
It was just a lot. My role, I was gonna, play three technique, but I'm gonna just go ahead and put this out there. I have nothing but, respect for Gino. That's like my mentor, my big brother. He's helped me tremendously in my, career. So I have nothing but respect for Gino, and I thank you, Gino, for I appreciate you, dog. So
Helped you by example, or did you have a relationship with him?
no, like when I say he was like my mentor, like like my mentor, like I would send him film, my pass rushes, everything I was working on, just he just helped me a lot. We trained together, my rookie and my second year. He was a big part of my development as a player. So like I said, I have nothing but respect and love for him.
You're staying in the division, and you're going up against obviously Pittsburgh and Baltimore twice a year. What do you like about bringing what you did well to the Bengals when you face those teams and your former team?
I think that just an opportunity to play a different role this year. Instead of playing nose guard, I'll be playing three technique. It gives me just more ability to use my ability. You got a guy in DJ that can, really stop the run, as premier run defender. So I just think the pair will just work out, really well. We work off each other, we can play with each other, and we can make a lot of plays together.
Thank you.
Sounds like you're looking forward to rushing the passer specifically. Just what's your approach as a pass rusher on the inside?
Get to the quarterback by any means. And I feel like I said, when you've played nose like I have for, the last 4 years, you kind of see how the schemes work, the blocking protections. So to be able to get those one-on-one just puts you in a better position.
Larry, when you agreed to terms with the Bengals, did you allow yourself to think about potentially playing with Geno Atkins, or did you know the writing was kind of on the wall and that he might be released?
I wasn't sure what was going to happen with that. It would have been amazing to play with him. But at the same time, I just understand the nature of the business. And, it sucks. But at the same time, it's just one of those situations where it's just time. So, once again, like I said, love that guy.
Larry, Jeff Hobson from Bengals.com. It's always good to get a good guy, media guy. Congratulations on that award, I think, from the Cleveland media. Always good to have you. I was wondering, I got two questions. The lure of playing in the AFC North and what you like about going against Baltimore and now Cleveland, all these teams run the ball. And B, what was it that Geno, do you think, what was it that Geno kind of left you with? What was some of the biggest bits of advice that he gave you? Thank you.
I'd say just playing the AFC North is, hardcore, hard-nosed football. It gets cold out here. And I think it's just a different type of ball. You fall in love with it. And I've been in the last 4 years, and I wouldn't change it. So, it was an amazing opportunity to, be able to stay in the division. And, I took advantage of that. And then as far as Geno, I feel like he just gave me a lot of life lessons, a lot of nuggets. We spent a lot of time together during the off seasons just talking about life and, progression and how to be, a great player. So, and I'm still going to be talking to Geno all the time. So, just to have somebody that did it that well, we're talking about a Hall of Famer here, somebody who's done it at the highest level consistently. So, to have him in my corner is, a blessing.
Larry, apologies, you got asked this earlier. Ben Baby from ESPN, by the way. What tech did they sign you to play at? And is there one that maybe you're most comfortable at?
They signed me to play three technique.
Okay.
We talked to Mike Hilton earlier, and he was talking about how he had a lot of people in his ear saying, don't sign in the division, don't sign in the division. Did you view it differently? Do you view this as something that is favorable?
A lot of times, like, you're going to always have an opinion on what you should do with your life, right? But I feel like you just take the time to pray about it, ask the Lord and really reflect on what you want to do. Sometimes you have to find out and make the best decision for you and your family, and it's not always you have a bunch of different options like some guys don't. But for me, I just really looked in the mirror, saw what I wanted to do, saw the opportunity, and it's there. So, I took it.
your relationship with Gino aside, I mean, the last 4 years, you've kind of been bred to not like these guys, not like this organization. Was that a kind of a tough bias to overcome, or does it that all just go out the window when you're looking for a new?
Once again, we all like we can talk about the you're trained not to like somebody, but at the end of the day, like this is football is a business at the end of the day, and you know it's a revolving door at times. So your rivals become your teammates, and after the game, it's all love. And I feel like that's how it's always been and how it will continue to be. So for me, like I have a lot, like Von Bell, DJ Reader, these are my, I train with Von every morning at 5 a.m. So like these are guys that I consider my close friends. So it wasn't hard for me.
How long's that been going on, you and Von?
Since I think we started probably last year, beginning January. So we trained and with COVID, like we really got to see each other every day, the whole entire off season. And I think I spent like 7 months in Miami. So when you see somebody every day, you train with them, you talk to them during the season. Like I said, it's always just love and, to see the want and, they want to win and you want to be around, guys who talk about camaraderie and bringing the team together and what it's going to take and you developing the pieces. I feel like that's very big. So for me, it wasn't a difficult decision,
Thank you.
You signed a 1-year deal. Is your hope that being at the 3 technique can allow you to show off your skills for an even more lucrative deal down the road?
I feel like at the same time, I think the biggest thing is just the opportunity once, like you said, showcase my talents and just be able to help the team win. That's always been my goal, even when I was with Cleveland. My number one goal is to be the best player I could be so I can help my team win. And that goal hasn't changed.
Larry, do you see any similarities? Obviously, you were a part of the turnaround with the Browns. Do you see any similarities from where this team is in this organization to when you were a rookie coming into that Cleveland situation?
Yes. I mean, you guys have the pieces. You got the quarterback. You got pieces on defense. You just got Riley. So you're developing the guys. But once again, like I said when I was with the Browns, everything looks good on paper, but you have to, produce it on Sunday. And that takes, camaraderie, that takes teamwork, that takes effort. And you got to get everybody to buy into what you're trying to, teach them. So I feel like this is a team where guys are beginning to buy in, and all it takes is just to continue to put the right pieces together. And I think that, you guys are going to be really happy with the result.
When you look at the defense as a whole, what stands out to you about it?
Just the pieces, the additions, and there was always very gritty, like I've played Cincy now a bunch of times in my last 4 years, and it was never a blowout game. The games were always close, very, very competitive. And they always stood out to me. So, just especially on defense, the defense was always rocking, always trying to make plays, always trying to hit. And for me as a defense player, I love that. So just the mentality and the aggressiveness is cool for me.
Larry, that second game against y'all or against Cleveland now, I guess it's not y'all anymore. That second game against Cleveland between the Bengals was a pretty interesting back and forth game. What did you learn about Joe Burrow just watching him going up against him as he tried to lead that comeback against y'all?
Kid's a killer for sure. Like he's the real deal. So I'm excited to be playing with him. Like it was one of those miracle games, to be honest. So like you guys had it won, well, we had it won, and then all of a sudden, we squeezed it out at the end. So it's one of them things. Like I said, it's always a close game, it's always competitive, and it's exciting. So
I think it's also might be the only time you can claim both we. So I think props to you for taking that when you can.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, I was just saying. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's just banter. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay. Well, this may just now I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah. Well, what do you think of Joe Mixon? If you rank him with the backs around the league, what do you think of Mixon? He had some big games against you guys.
Yeah, he's a premier back for sure. Just the way he runs hard. He gets north. He knows how to make plays. I mean, I've a lot of times I've seen where he's trucking somebody over. So just a kid that a guy rather that's just always going to find a way to make plays, put the team on his back, try to put the ball in the end zone.
As you continue to evolve as a player in this league, what have you learned about your skill set in terms of from the time you were a rookie to now that's really served you well?
I'd say just my first step quickness, my strength, my ability to change direction, to get in the backfield quickly. and my movement skills, really. Just being able to just put all that together. And as I, continue to train and get stronger and continue to raise my football IQ, the game slows down, but I get faster. So.
Thank you.
Getting back to Gino for a second, Larry, he's kind of famous for not talking to the media, not enjoying doing interviews, but clearly you had a tremendous verbal relationship with him. Did that develop right off the bat, or did it take some time for him to warm up?
No, when I was, I want to say my rookie year, actually, I think it was before my rookie year, I was going to go train with Chip Smith in Atlanta. And actually my college coach, Aaron Curry, he was like, you need to figure out what Gino's doing. He saw a video online. He was like, you need to get with him. I'm like, all right. So I think I messaged him or DM'd him or something, or I think I DM'd Chip Smith and I was like, I'm coming. I want to meet Gino. I need to work with him. All right, cool. So I get there and I have a whole conversation by myself with him. Like, I'm talking to him. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is my story. He's like, yeah, okay, cool. And I was like, that's it. But now, like, I talk to Gino, he won't shut up. but it was definitely a relationship that, blossomed for sure. And, like I said, this guy's like my mentor, my big brother, like, he's family to me. So